welcome to Christine's Corner. As you see, we have drummers this session. I can't wait to hear them. I'm sure as you as well. To my right is Greg Norton.
Hey.
And can you tell us the name of your company, the Drumming Circle?
Sure. I'm with Hands-On Drumming, and we also meet fairly regularly in West Hartford at Blueback Square during the summer. We have a summer ongoing monthly circle that gathers there, and a bunch of different things that we all do individually.
That's in West Hartford, Connecticut.
Yep.
You was telling me about a film that you're...
Yeah, so I just finished working on a feature-length documentary about what you're going to see here tonight. And it's called Rhythms of Life, and it's about the wellness of drumming and how people use drumming as a wellness aspect, and people get to what I'm doing is I'm showing it in screenings right now all over the country, actually. And what we do is we show the film, and then we have drums there, and we get right to drumming immediately after the film, so people get to experience what they just witnessed in the film.
Wow. So can anybody join your drum circle? What if they're a beginner?
Right. So the answer to that is absolutely yes. All levels are usually welcome, unless it's like a performance, which it usually isn't. Drum circles are popping up all over, really, if you just do a search on drum circle in your town, they're popping up everywhere. And some of them are very different than others. There's lots of different types of drumming going on. Cassie practices a more traditional African style of drumming, and there are groups that practice that and often study with an African teacher. And other people I've gathered with Aman here under a cupola in Trinity College, and we just jam, and it's like 100% improvisation.
What's the connection? What is the draw to it? I heard that it's very soothing.
It can be, yeah. One of the cool things about drumming is that it gives you an opportunity to express yourself musically, which a lot of adults let go of that experience as they grow older. Oftentimes we learn an instrument in school, and then we kind of grow into these adult lives and work and family, and we give up those talents. And so it gives people a chance to be musical and express themselves. And when it comes to music therapy, which is a lot of what I do these days, what's happening, what we're seeing is that it's a controlled explosion of energy, right? So everybody has a place in the circle. Everybody gets to play their instrument and be heard and have fun. But it's also a very, if a person is not listening or not playing along, or if they're playing in a way that is too loud or anything like that, it turns to chaos. It's not musical, so it's instant feedback.
Well, you brought a lot of people from your group.
Yeah, let's meet them.
So can we start over here and just pass the mic and just tell me your name, how long you've been doing this, and why?
My name is Joel Melendez, and I've been doing drumming for 20 years, I would say, and I just fell in love with the rhythms and the community, and I've been loving it since then.
Yeah, and Joel, yes, Joel plays drums in a capoeira sessions, And so the music goes with that, which is a very dance-like practice. And so the music is essential to that, right?
Yes, it's totally.
Next.
Hi, my name's Cassie, or on social media, Cassie Djembe Khan. Djembe Khan means the song of the djembe. I've been studying West African style percussion, specifically, although I haven't been there yet, and I plan to go soon to Guinea this year. If you want to go with me, let me know. I'm so serious. But yeah, I've been taking drumming seriously maybe for about 15 years now. And I feel like there's so much to learn, and the drumming has had a huge, huge, huge impact positively on my life, and my passion is being able to share that with other people. Big picture-wise, I'm still developing a plan, but studying right now and performing locally and teaching beginner classes in Hartford is what I do for a living. So contact me if you want a class.
Wow, that sounds great. And Joel, you've been on my show doing the capoeira. Yes. Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah.
My name is Denise, and I've only been drumming for about 8 months, and so I'm kind of the newbie on the block. But Craig introduced me to drumming, and what I like about it is I never have thought of myself as being a musician or a musical person, but I like the opportunity to participate in a group of people that are, just kind of banging on the drums and having a great time, and it really makes me feel alive, and I just really love it.
My name's Aman, and probably been playing for 20 years or so, and just enjoy getting together with people and playing and finding the groove and getting into it and being able to express, like what Craig said, as you get older, you lose that ability to express yourself. You're so busy with everything, but with music, if you're able to continue with it, it's just a way to get everything out. And sometimes when you're done with the rhythm, it's like you're exhausted because you put everything into it, and that feeling keeps me coming back.
You get exhausted and elated at the same time, right? It's uplifting, and it's also, a great physical activity.
How long have you been doing this for, and why did you start?
21 years, and I've been playing professionally for 21 years. But I started probably pounding on my bed when I was 4 years old. And then after that, I graduated to my desk in school and drove my teachers crazy. And eventually, I graduated to my steering wheel. But I actually didn't have an opportunity to play in a drum circle until I was in my mid-30s. And that was 21 years ago. And a boss at work suggested I might enjoy a drum circle because he saw me tapping on my desk all the time. And he knew I liked music. So it was a revelation, because I walked into that room they were going full steam when I walked in, and it was it. I knew this was my home. These were my people.
I see you have different drums here.
Yeah.
Any one played differently, or does it matter of the shape?
So yeah, we could start at this end. Those are called dun-duns, right? Dun-dun. Sounds like a dun-dun, right?
Yeah.
And that's the bass, that's an African bass drum that actually Joel made for me probably about 15 years ago. Those are made by him.
Those are
and
made by you?
The
Wow,
djembe, yeah, the
congratulations.
djembe that's in front of him is also made by him. And so he's a drum maker. These are djembe drums, and this is this very special drum that was given to me. I did not pay for this drum.
That's beautiful.
This was a gift.
What a beautiful gift.
From the company or the people that made this drum. So about 1.5 years ago, I traveled to Senegal, West Africa, to film drummers and drum making, and was basically told the folks organizing the trip that I wanted to film true village drumming and drum making. And they took me to Malacca Monkey Drum Makers. And we stayed there for 3 days, and I filmed the operation, and I handed over all the photographs and the film that I took to them. I gifted that to them to use in their, marketing. And about a month after I got back, I got a note from them saying, thank you, we love the footage, we're going to use it. What's your address? And I had no idea. I thought they were going to send me a thank you card,
Yeah,
And
right.
this thing arrived,
thank you
and
card.
it's the most beautiful drum I have ever laid hands
is.
on, let alone
It is
owned.
beautiful.
Yeah. It's carved from top to bottom, which is actually kind of rare. So yeah,
So,
this is a djembe drum. And djembe, that's a buffalo drum, right? I use this when I go to protests. This is my protest drum because I can march with it, right? And it's very soothing. This would be a drum that I would play by myself, and you can feel the vibration, right? It travels directly from a drum like this into the heart.
it does, definitely.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, I can. So, do you teach anyone? I mean, maybe you can show us just something
Sure.
really short.
Sure. So actually, Cassie, we worked out a little bit of a rhythm before we started, and Cassie taught us a rhythm that she knows. And so why don't you give us a quick lesson on how that is played,
Okay.
and then we'll get into it.
This rhythm is called Sinte. It's a West African rhythm. It's just a general celebration rhythm, and the rhythm is usually played with a dance because there's a break and there's steps that go with the dance. So you'll hear that probably at the end of when we're playing. The signal to start the rhythm sounds like this. Okay, and then the dunans will start. Sure. That's the break and the music. Yeah. So that's the music. And the djembe part is.
Very good. Oh, I love that.
Thank you, Cassie. So yeah, that's a typical traditional African rhythm where there's different parts happening. It starts with the dun-dun, and then, part of the group is playing one part, and then she goes into a different part, or if it was a bigger group, there'd be, sections of players playing different parts. And it comes together in a beautiful big old polyrhythm.
Yeah, it does. That does go together very well.
And you notice, we didn't really rehearse. We don't rehearse. I haven't played with these guys in a long time. These two haven't seen each other in years.
You think you've been playing together, practicing a lot before you came here, because it's just the sound meld together.
That's the beauty of drumming. One of the beauties of drumming is that it's so easy. It's not that easy for some people, but there's an intrinsic rhythm in our bodies. We walk in rhythm. We talk in rhythm. Our hearts beat in rhythm. You know, and so our natural state is to be in rhythm, right?
Oh,
And
do you mind showing me a little bit?
of course, yeah. So this is called a shiko drum. You want to play it? I'll hold the mic. Yeah, you go ahead and hold the mic.
Okay.
And so in the middle of the drum, you want to kind of, you always,
Put between my,
yep, you want to kind of scoot out to the edge of your seat. So you,
Okay.
yep, you got a bit of a grip there, and with your legs, right? And then you're bouncing your hand immediately off the drum, kind of like a ball bouncing on the court, right? That's the bass tone. And if you can get the same tone out of both hands, that's a beautiful thing. All right? And then on the edge of the drum with just your fingers is, right, yeah, a little more fingers, yeah. And there's the slap, right? And I'm playing at about a 3 out of 10 on the volume right now, because these things can be very loud, right? And a mute. Okay? So that's it. That's all you need to know. It's not like a violin where you need to know all these notes
well,
and
you definitely can feel the
scales
vibrations
and
through there.
oh
and
yeah,
everything.
definitely. So if
Through
you
my whole body, I can
very
feel it,
lightly,
yeah.
if you very lightly put your hand on the top of this drum while Joel plays the dun dun, you can feel the vibration coming from that drum to this drum, right? Permeates the room.
It does.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to hear from all you. So if you want to go ahead and do a song or
Okay.
2 or 3.
All right, cool.
We got maybe 8 minutes. So.
Okay, cool. So let's do Jingo. All right, Jingo is a Santana song, which is, it's a Santana song, which he's a Mexican-American, right? But what people don't realize is that Santana learned this song from Babatunde Olatunji. And Baba Olatunji was a Nigerian master drummer who came to America to go to college back in the 50s. And the idea was that he would come here and study government and then go back to his country, and he probably would have gone on to become like the president of Nigeria if he had done that. But after spending 4 years in the South in the 50s as an African, not even an African American, but as an African, he witnessed the things that were happening back then, and he decided to stay in America and teach positive life skills that he had learned as a child in Nigeria through music and dance and storytelling. And he taught Santana this. He played with Santana. He played with Mickey Hart in a group called Planet Drum. And then he taught thousands of people to do what we do. And if it wasn't for Baba, we wouldn't be here, you know. And he passed away in 2002, I believe. And I actually attended his funeral in Harlem. And I called in sick to work, and I said, my grandfather died. I went to his funeral and played all day long there. All right, so this is Jingo Loba. Jingo Loba. Lobamba, 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 lobamba. Bamba, lobamba, lobamba, lobamba. Bamba, lobamba, lobamba, lobamba. So one of the things you might notice is that we screw up sometimes, right?
Right.
And this is not like, one of the beautiful things about doing this is that it's not like a performance in front of an audience when we do it, you know? We're doing it for us and for each other and for ourselves, right? And so there's no performance to practice for, although sometimes, you know, like Cassie, you've performed, right? Quite a bit. And really, it's like if somebody screws up, we just laugh, we smile, and we move on. And a lot of times, you know, the beauty of improvisation, which a lot of this is that the mistakes get integrated into the song, you know? So if I screw up, I'll like repeat the screw up and make it part of the song, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, we have about 1 minute left, so thank you all for coming. And if you can just play yourself out right out to the end, that would be great.
All right, cool. Thanks,
Yeah.
Christine.
Yeah.
All right.